Well, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to the Daily Dose of Awesome. My name is Chef Katrina, and I'm super excited to be with you guys here today. This is Elite Marketing's Pros, 15 minutes of motivation, inspiration, and education. So today, who am I? My name is Chef Katrina. I am the Director of Client Experience for Elite Marketing Pro. I'm also a coach, mentor, and a team building specialist. So I specialize in basically building out communities and teams for organizations and for businesses and showing them how the power of community really affects business owners. So I'm super excited to be on here, guys. So hey, Sally, hey, Alan Moore, how are you guys doing? I see Ed's on with us also. It's a bit of a hard day. I'm going to first let you guys know before I dive into my training. My best friend is moving to Arizona today, so they are literally about to drive out of the driveway and heading out. So it's definitely hard. We've been friends, or we're continuing to be friends, but we've been here together for about 12 years. So it's definitely something to say goodbye to them and watch them pack up and head out to Arizona. So. But it's okay, it's good. They may be traveling a little bit across the country, but that doesn't mean I don't have an airplane or a flight that I can't catch to go visit them. But definitely a little bit of a tough day today. So bear with me as I keep looking this way because the window's that way, and I'm just making sure that they're getting on the road okay and they're getting out safely. But I'm here with you guys today because it's really important that what I share today, if you'll notice the title of today's Daily Dose of Awesome, it is what do unicorns, grasshoppers, and network marketing have in common? And this actually was something that it resonated from those that watched the Monday Mojo yesterday. Coach Ton was on last night and did an incredible training. So we had Ton on talking about really how to close people into either your network marketing opportunity or even into the Elite Marketing Pro system, right? Like, how do you do that? What's one of the ways that this is achieved, right? And so we talked about a little bit about how you build relationships. I think that's one of the key elements, whether you're a traditional network marketer or online network marketer. Having that ability to connect to your audience, having that ability to build a rapport with them in a very short period of time really lets you find out what they're about and how to find what fits for them, right? Are they a good fit for your company? Are they a good fit for maybe a product such as Attraction Marketing Formula, anything like that? So, that is what comes into play. And Frida, I just saw that you said you'll welcome them to Arizona. So thank you, because they're definitely going to need some love and support. So they're officially on the road. So we're good. So coming back to you guys, so we talked about building rapport, what it looks like, and then I read this amazing blog post this morning, written by our copy chief editor and copy, Andrew Drawn. Andrew put together this incredible blog post. If you guys haven't read it yet, it's actually up in the comment up above. It's about how mass desire is really critical to building your business. So the reason I say this is because unicorns and grasshoppers and network marketing have quite a bit in common. And the reason for this is I just went through Starbucks. And if for anybody, if you haven't seen it yet, there was a sign posted on the drive-thru that says, "We're sorry, we're out of the unicorn drink." Right? And my first response was like, thank God, right? Like, oh darn, you're out of a unicorn drink. So, but the funny thing is that I remember seeing over the past couple days, everybody was posting about this unicorn drink, right? Like everybody had to get a hold of it. And the postings weren't fantastic. Nobody raved about this drink and said, you got to go have it. It's amazing, right? But what was funny was that the masses, everybody was out there trying to get this unicorn drink. And as we pulled up to the window, the barista up there was like, this was like the worst drink ever. It was horrible. It was just pure sugar on top of sugar on top of sugar. And it had zero coffee. Like, why would you even bother getting this drink? Well, there's something about being inside the masses. There's something about connecting to your audience, right? It's something that we all want. First off, it was a novelty, right? Who wouldn't want to buy a unicorn drink? Just because, it just seems so bizarre and so one-off. Right? So I'm just curious, how many of you guys are watching or are going to be watching this later? How many of you guys actually went out and bought the unicorn drink? I'm just curious. Like if you went down to Starbucks and you said, hey, I've got to go and try this amazing unicorn drink that Starbucks came out with. Because if you did, I definitely want to know about it, right? So yeah, so it's like me, I did. So, everybody, it was part of to be something, right? It was part of being, so nope, yes, no. Okay, so some of you guys did, some of you guys didn't. No way. So it's funny, there's an exact passion around not buying it as there was around buying it. So first you were thinking about it, right? The funny thing is that Starbucks sold out of this drink in 3 days. 3 days, they sold out of every element of this concoction to make for you, right? And it was just like you can't even get it. I promise you can't even get it right now. See, some of you guys like first time hearing about it, didn't even think about it. Don't like Starbucks, right? Not available in the UK. I get that, right? But it was funny was that everybody wanted to be a part of that. Everyone wanted to kind of be in the know, have that first experience around it, to give their opinion. And that's what we call the en masse, right? That's like a desire that we didn't know we had, but everybody wanted. They all wanted to kind of be together. So the unicorn drink was really popular and sold out in 3 days, right? For no other reason than it was a unicorn drink. But grasshoppers, right? So this was great. So I was driving back with my friend's husband, and we're talking about, he's like, it's just like what happened at a baseball game. I want to say it is. I can't remember. I think it's the Seattle something or other. But there was this grasshopper, right? So they actually were serving fried grasshoppers at the stadium, right? And again, the first thing everyone's like is like, and all thing I could think of was like, this is going to be a dare, right? You got alcohol and grasshoppers at a stadium. Like, what could be a better combination, right? And they actually sold out of grasshoppers, these fried grasshoppers. There was such a demand for them that they sold so many of these fried grasshoppers that they actually deleted the supply of their supplier, right? Because typically you don't have a lot of people that want fried grasshoppers. But then in this case, there was, again, en masse. There was a whole group of people in a stadium setting, right, chocolate dipped, that you said, hey, have these fried grasshoppers. They're amazing. They're delicious. But they actually had to start putting a limit on how many they could sell per each venue, right? Because they were just going through the supply so quickly, right? So again, this is the idea that there was a desire there. There's maybe a little bit of fun. Everybody else was doing it. I kind of wanted to also. Yeah, they're delicious. It's something a little bit different. It's like, ooh, I want to be part of that, right? So there's something about wanting to be part of something, right? Not necessarily having the experience for yourself, but getting to be part of that conversation, getting to be part of that community, to being part of the people that raise their hands and, oh my God, every time I go to the stadium, I'm going to watch this one, right? Like watching the giraffe, right? April the giraffe. Everybody was like all of a sudden like blowing up about this giraffe. And I was like, wait, what's going on, right? So this blog post that came up by Andrea, and like I said, it's up above. It's actually called Eugene Schwartz, which is an incredible book. Tim Irway posted the other day around this one. This is actually a $2,000 book. And what I love about what Andrew did is that he went through this and he actually took about the mass desire, right? The desire of the masses to be part of something, right? To be part of some sort of an inner circle, to be part of something elite, to be part of something that they can say, hey, I'm part of this. Another example of this is also marathon runners. For many of you that don't know, I didn't run a marathon on Sunday, but I did run a half marathon, and they gave out these little beauties. These are like the medals they gave. But what was funny was that most people weren't there for just this medal. They were there to get like 3 or 4 medals, right? Because what I discovered at this race was that not only was there a dark side half marathon, but apparently in Los Angeles there was a light side half marathon. So if you ran both, you got a medal for both, and you got a bonus medal. And if you did the Millennium Falcon Challenge, which was to run a 5K, 10K, and then a half marathon, they gave you even more medals, right? So now you have this elite group of people that have like 7 Star Wars medals over the last, 6 months that make all the difference for them. So this is how, like how do you get into these groups? How do you become part of this? So I really recommend, if you guys are watching this, as a network marketer, the reason I share this with you is because we all want to be part of something bigger and greater than ourselves, right? We all want to be able to live a lifestyle, a certain type of lifestyle, right? We don't necessarily join a network marketing business for the product. And I'm sure you guys have heard that. And it's not all the time. Some of you guys do join for products, some of you don't. But majority of us that join for businesses is that we don't join the business to be in business. We join the business because we want the lifestyle, right? We want the residual income. We want the family time. We want the time freedom. We want to be able to take vacations when we want to. We want to fire our boss, right? Like we're looking for a way to be with a group of people that have accomplished this so that we want to be something part of that big thing. We want to be part of the dream. We want to go on vacations and trips with people that are living this type of lifestyle, right? We like to post about what's going on in our lives, that these changes that are taking place. And so it's really not about the product as a network marketer, right? It wasn't about the unicorn drink. It wasn't about the grasshoppers. It was the fact that this community, this group of people said, yes, I can do this, right? Yes, this is what's going on in my life. This is what you want to be part of. Yeah, so like I want to go to Cabo. I want to fire my boss. I want to be able to pay off my debt, right? Like that's a huge piece for many of us. I just want to be able to get ahead in my bills, right? I just want to be able to put food on the table. And what's interesting to me, and I remember when I first got started in this industry, what was most important to me was actually to make $200, right? Because $200 to me at the time when I started in this one was a life or death type of a thing, right? That was either the ability to pay my bills on time, or it was the ability to, be able to put gas in the car, right? It was to be able to stay up on my credit card debt. It was the ability to make a difference, right? $200 would have been paying off towards the mortgage, right? So we have so many things that we desire beyond just being part of the company, because it's not the company we buy into, it's the promise of the vision of the future and the hope, right? It's the hope and the dreams that we are actually connecting to, right? Because for the first time, we want to see bigger than ourselves. We want to see bigger than our cubicle. We want to see bigger than, having a boss tell us what to do. So that is one of the things that I invite you guys to do is, first off, definitely share this blog post, right? This Eugene Schwartz Mass Desire, because it really talks about getting to know your audience, getting to know and relate. And I think between yesterday's Monday Mojo, where Tom talked about that form, right? Talking to people about their family, their occupation, their recreation, what it's like to have money or no money, like having those conversations, getting to know people and really developing those networking, those relationships with people, and enrolling them in what you're up to, right? Enrolling them in your vision and your dreams and what you want to do. So I've been enrolling people into, Elite Marketing Pro for at least the last 3 years since it's been around, because I understand the passion behind this. I love being surrounded by this community. This is a community of entrepreneurs, right? This is a community of people that want something bigger and better in their lives. And for me, I know that if everybody succeeded and if everybody got it, right, if everybody won at the game that they're up to in their business, we would transform our economy. We would transform our families. We would actually have more parents that would stay at home. We'd have more family dinners. We'd have more time building, relationships with one another. We'd have so much more in our lives, both financial, happiness, everything else. And that for me is what I see when I talk about Elite Marketing Pro. I don't see it as just the product and the services. I see it as a bigger game. I see it as the world of, right? And Melinda, you actually said something that really resonated with me, and I want to point this out, because I think this is actually something I struggled with up until just recently, because I hated this feeling, right? But it's going to the grocery store without worrying about the cost of everything. I actually used to walk through the grocery store, I kid you not, and I gave myself, I think, mind you, I was single at the time, but I had a budget, and I had a calculator with me, and I would actually sit there and calculate how much money I was spending on everything. And of course, you go for the generic, or you're trying to get for the low cost stuff. And I think that is definitely something that many of us can connect to. That was something that we all work within this company. So what I really just want to leave you guys with today is that unicorns, grasshoppers, marathon runners, network marketing, we all want the same thing. We all want to be part of something. We want something that's bigger than ourselves. We all have different pain points. We all have solutions that we can provide around this. And so, when we can all unite with each other, when we can understand what our pain points are, what it is that drives us to go to work, what drives us to be entrepreneurs, what drives us to join a network marketing company, right? There's a drive there, and the drive isn't the product. It's the vision of the future of what we want to live into. So I invite you guys to, when you share today's video, right, is to share this blog post with it, because I think it's really critical that this is the game we're all up to. This is this community. The more we talk about what we're up to, the more we share the content on the Elite Marketing Pro blog post, when we share what's going on in our businesses, when we share when we've made it. Yeah, so thank you. There's the blog post for those joining us now. But there's a sense of being part of something greater than ourselves. And for those that are joining us, and I don't think you guys know, and I want to leave you guys with this last thing. I know I'm a few minutes over, and I really want to respect your time. But I also want to share with you guys that Elite Marketing Pro doesn't just build this community of entrepreneurs, but that a portion of every sale goes to Heifer International. We actually donate a portion of all of our sales to Heifer International because we want to play a bigger game. We want to really not just make a difference here with our community, but we want to be able to go out there and impact the world on the scale of bringing, agriculture, food, nutrition, entrepreneurship, freshwater to all these places around the world. And it's because of your commitment to your success in your business and you sharing what we're up to as Elite Marketing Pro that we're able to donate and give to Heifer International. And you guys are going to see something really incredible at No Excuses this year when we bring Heifer International on stage, and we're going to just blow your mind because what you guys have done, the contributions you have made has allowed us to donate and transform and change community lives. And that is exactly what we're up to, is that we're not only impacting you guys, we're impacting you. So Heifer International, guys, if you don't know, go ahead and just search Heifer International, heifer like the cow. And it's an organization that is around the world. They're a grassroots organization. They teach entrepreneurship, agricultural, veterinary. I mean, literally what they do, I'm getting chills just thinking about it, is absolutely incredible. And you guys are part of that. And that is amazing that you guys are just, part of this community. You're part of this passion. You're part of changing your life, getting this knowledge, getting this education, and getting this education, you're changing the lives of not only people around the world, but those of your family and your friends. And I think that is the most amazing thing ever. So thank you guys for joining me here today on the Daily Dose of Awesome. I hope you guys got some value out of this, some mindset pieces, kind of understanding how people are working. Definitely grab hold of this blog post that I listed up above in the comment section, because it really is an amazing opportunity for you guys to understand your audience, connect with everybody, and make a difference in the world. So thank you guys again for joining me here on the Daily Dose of Awesome with Elite Marketing Pro. You guys have a great time. We'll see you inside the communities. We've got training tonight. We got training tomorrow. So stay in touch, stay in the communities. You guys are awesome. And thank you so much for being part of this Elite Marketing Pro community. Bye, guys. Have a great day.